Hey guys. So today what we're going to get started on is kind of a pre-factoring, get you into the right mindset um, puzzle set. So your homework associated with this is they're called baseball diamond puzzles. So you're going to find two numbers whose product, multiply, is this top number, and they add or subtract or whatever you want to call it to the bottom number. And so those are going to be just for you. The deal is, as soon as you know the answer to these diamond puzzles, you pretty much stop thinking about it. And so we're not going to talk about any of these. We will go over to the other page where I have some. So here you can kind of see how I'm thinking about this. Obviously, you guys, I have encouraged you to work with each other. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Reach out to your peers if you have any questions. So far, I don't know that I've gotten any questions from you guys about the actual work itself. So hopefully you guys are getting what you need somewhere, though, if you're not talking to me. That's not the point. The point is, on this one, I would really like you to think about it by yourself, because as soon as someone says, oh yeah, the answer is 3 and 4, it's like, oh, it's obvious, and you just stop thinking. And so you really need to be able to think sideways around some of these numbers. So here we go. What two numbers multiply to be 24 and add up to be 11? And so what is helpful to some people is making a factor tree. So 24 is 2 and 12, but 2 plus 12 is not 11, so that's bad. 6 and 4 maybe, and 6 and 4 is 10, so that's not it. And 3 and 8. Well, 3 plus 8 is 11. So which two numbers add up to be the bottom and multiply to be the top? Yeah, sorry, I blacked out some of the instructions here so that it would give me space to work. So back here, product is the top, sum is the bottom. So yes, absolutely. What two numbers multiply to be 24 and add up to be 11? So this is something that helps a lot of people who are starting factoring actually creating the factor pairs there and checking it manually by writing it out. Some people can skip that step and just go straight to, obviously, 3 plus 8 is 11 and 3 times 8 is 24. I don't even have to write it down. And so then we type our answers. Here is 3 and here is 8. It does not matter which side they go on. Now, since they're both positive, it is going to be adding. So there we go. Now let's look at one that is not adding, or that is not both positive. So two numbers that multiply to be 63 and add up to be negative 16. Two numbers that add up to be a negative. Okay, so either one of them is going to be negative or both of them are going to be negative. If we multiply a positive and a negative, our product, that top number, would also be negative. So it would have to be that both of the numbers are negative, because negative times a negative is a positive, and a negative plus a negative is even more negative. So both of these are going to be negative. So numbers that make 63. I don't know, 9 and 7 are the only ones that come to mind. I'm sure there's other ones, like 21 and 3. But 9 and 7. Well, negative 9 minus 7 is negative 16. So there we go. We've already cracked it. I'm just going to slide that over here. Look at how nicely that worked out. Okay. Here we've got negative 48 and negative 2. So two numbers that multiply to be a negative. That means that one of them has to be negative. A negative and a positive. Now, here's the thing. When they added together, they got a negative number, which means to me that the bigger number is going to be the negative one, because if you're going more negative than what you have, then your sum is going to be negative. So let's see, 48. How about 12? Sorry. Dang, I can't keep my mouse anywhere. 12 and 4. Okay, that's not right. I just said that the bigger number had to be negative 1. All right, so negative 12 plus 4. Does that give me negative 2? No. That's negative 8. Never mind. Okay. How about negative, I don't know, negative 8 plus 6? Yeah, that'll work. 8 times 6 is 48. So negative 8 times positive 6 is negative 48. And then negative 2, let's see, negative 8 plus 6. I'm down 8 feet. Bring up 6 is negative 2. So yeah, there's that. You can, so sometimes people are like, well, it's a positive 6 minus, that's not right, sorry. It's a positive 8 minus 6. Isn't that the same thing? Well, no, because that negative 6 from 8 would give us a positive 2. And so you got to make sure that you're watching out for the signs. That's really where most people have trouble, is just making sure that their signs are correct in the addition part. All right, negative 15, positive 14. Okay, so let's think about 15. Let's see, I guess 5 times negative, or I'm sorry, negative 3. So 5 and negative 3. Together, do those make 14? No, okay. How about, well, aren't those the only factors? Often people forget that 1 in itself are factors of a number. And so 15 minus 1, so 15 times negative 1 is negative 15, obviously. And then 15 minus 1 is 14. And so please don't ever discount the power of 1 there, because that is a big mistake that a lot of people make. They're like, I can't factor this at all. There's nothing that goes into it. And it's like, there's always something that goes into a number. All right, so those are my examples. If you have any questions, I know that this lesson was a little bit vague. It's supposed to be, you're supposed to, kind of logic through it. Tomorrow we are going to actually start factoring trinomials, so undoing the multiplication that we did. And this right here is going to be a big step in doing just that. So that's pretty much all I got. So go ahead and type your answers in on Kami, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more factoring. You guys have a good day.